SMT Nation, we back nation. This is a big update about the Verizon Wireless Network. I want to discuss some of the stuff here in this article. Tell a competitor, I'll be posting this for you here in the description of the video to kind of follow along and take a look at some of these statistics, what the data tells us, and what we can project moving forward. All right, so article will be linked in the description. And of course, if you want to support the channel, show your appreciation for the content, the links for that are in the description as well. All right, so let's take a look at how important C-band is. We're talking about N77. We're talking about a frequency that is so crucial to the future of the 5G network for Verizon that they basically spent $50 billion on it, right? They spent like $40 billion on the actual spectrum for those licenses at auction. And then they've been upgrading the network to the tune of a $10 billion network CapEx dedication. And, you got to also think about the fact that they had to upgrade all the fiber circuits to all these sites too, moving from, whatever, the low capacity grade fiber up to 10 gig fiber in places. And it's made a huge difference. And check out what that, that connection is carrying now. So check this out. A year after the 5G network launched, which would have been, January of 2022, right? 24% of customers were using 5G devices. Now, more than 68% have 5G enabled cell phones. So what does that tell us? According to Verizon, that tells us that they are getting people to upgrade. People are moving from their older phones to their newer phones. Now, which device do we lend this to? The responsibility is to the iPhone. With the iPhone 12, 13, 14, and now 15 generations, these are all the iPhones that are 5G enabled. All right, the Verizon customer loves the iPhone. So that's your correlation there. Now, with respect to C-band specifically, all right, when it comes to 5G traffic, that usage on that channel, the N77 channel, makes up 38% of the total data on the network. That's an increase from 14% a year ago. Right, so C-band has been operational for, what are we talking here? 19 months, right? Approaching maybe 20 months, something like that. So that's a pretty sizable leap if annually your usage is increasing on the channel, and it's not even nationwide yet with respect to geographical coverage. It does cover 225 million pops of coverage, but it's not across the entire country in terms of space. Customers' use of 4G has decreased, 5G usage has increased. All right, so currently 4G LTE still is the majority at 56% of the total data on the network, but that number was 81% a year ago. So we've gone from 81% 4G network operation traffic down to 56%. So that would mean either at some point by the end of this year or early next year, we can expect to see a large shift, right? You're going to see a complete switch. It's probably going to be like 56% 5G and like 44% 4G LTE as more and more folks upgrade their phones. And don't forget, a lot of traffic is carried through the home internet as well, which is running over the 5G network a majority of the time. Ookla data suggests that Verizon's median 5G download speed has increased 98% since C-band launched, in January, since January of 2021, not associated with C-band, right? Now with C-band, that percentage is actually higher, right? If we go to the launch day in those markets where they have it. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to let people know that very soon, within the next quarter, right, you're going to see the shift from a majority of LTE data traffic to a majority of 5G data traffic. It is connected and correlated to the C-band build out, right? C-band is currently making up 38% of the total data. I think you're probably going to see that number jump up to 50% in the next quarter. It's a high power frequency. It has indoor propagation characteristics. It's not an issue at all. I think a lot of people had concerns and fears it wasn't going to reach indoors. Totally not the case. You guys have seen my coverage on it. You've seen my testing. It is absolutely magical. It is an investment that they made to the tune of $50 billion, folks. This stuff was going to be great. This is proof of it that is very important to their present and the future of their networking. And this is why they didn't get cute with the auction. You know, when AT&T tried to split up the spectrum and get DoD and C-band, you know, and you know, this is why Verizon made sure that they won the entire A block plus some. This is why they have 140, 160, 180, 200 megahertz of C-band, because this stuff was going to be really important to their future. And we're going to cover the fixed wireless access piece here in another video. So stay tuned, keep it locked as we drop more content here on the channel. Comment on this video. Love to hear what you guys have to say on this. You're all the voice of the people. The SMT Nation, let your voice be heard.